think the majority of people probably associate glowy makeup with like cream or liquid or those kinds of products, because usually those are the tutorials that I see, the ones where they're like glowy, dewy skin, and it's all creams and liquids and nothing powder. But I want to do a glowy skin makeup with just powders, because, you know, as long as your skin is prepped really nicely underneath, like as you can see, my skin is nice and healthy looking. It's like, you know, glowy and dewy underneath. I feel like as long as your skin looks nice underneath, like, you know, nice and glowy, you can put powder products on top of it and it still look glowy. And like the testament to that is like how many times I've gotten compliments from you guys on my makeup or my skin on days where I'm wearing powder makeup. The majority of the times that you guys comment on my makeup, I'm wearing powder. You know, the days where I'm wearing, you know, like mostly creams or all creams or liquids, you know, you guys don't comment as much on like, oh my God, your skin looks amazing. So I think that's just a testament to that, the right powder products and like your skincare, you know, maybe there are some people who, you know, think that they can't use powder products because you've got drier skin. But again, as long as you're using the right powder products and you're prepping your skin underneath, I think that you shouldn't have an issue, but that's just me. So I'm going to show you my favorite makeup. We're going to do a glowy, sort of like sun-kissed, I don't really know what to call it because I'm not like a makeup person. I don't do these kind of tutorials often. It's just glowy makeup using powder products. And then there's a couple of things that aren't powder, like the lips and the brows and the eyelashes. We're not doing eyes either. So this is strictly face and lips. Using two different brands, we're going to use ALIMA Pure as our face products, our base products, color cosmetics, things like that. And then we're going to use KOSAS as the lips and the eyes, basically. So I've got the new brow gel, I've got their mascara and lip gloss, or lip, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we're using ALIMA Pure. You guys know my love for ALIMA Pure. It's basically the only powder products that I really showcase on my channel anymore. I used to love Modern Minerals a ton, but she's not really doing, you know, color makeup anymore. She's focusing mainly on hair care and things like that. So I don't think she even like restocks her makeup, but either way, I really love ALIMA Pure. I've been using them for a few years now. I have really good success with their makeup. And so I'm using the pressed foundation and their foundation brush, which I love. I haven't worn their loose foundation in a while because I've been out of it and I've been trying to use up this one pan of pressed that I've got. But I kind of feel like I prefer the pressed foundation to their loose powder foundation. I still need to pull out, you know, a jar of loose and, you know, compare them against each other. I am breaking out pretty badly underneath my chin right now, which is not a pleasant place to break out. But you know, the rest of my skin looks pretty good. For the most part, my skincare is the same as my current favorite skincare routine video that I posted last week. I'm trying to finish up a few things so I can switch to, you know, testing some other products. So, but I'll link that in case you're wondering what my skincare routine is looking like at the moment and you haven't watched that video. And we're about done with the foundation. So you can still see some, like a touch, you know, on my cheeks were like the glowiest part of my face. You can sort of see it's still there. You know, the glow comes back in with the rest of the product. So the foundation is a little bit mattifying, but once you put everything else on, it all comes together and it all looks really, really good. So, you know, I'm talking to you guys about ALIMA Pure all the time. I'm just using their loose concealer right now. And if you haven't yet tried ALIMA Pure, I mean, I really think you should. I love powder. I mean, powder is super practical. You don't gotta fuss with it a ton. It provides really great coverage. You know, I prefer powder when I'm breaking out because it does provide, you know, much better coverage. Even powder concealers provide, you know, really nice coverage. There's really not much else I have to conceal at the moment. Maybe a little around my nose. Maybe a little up here because I was wearing my glasses and I seem to have like a permanent like discoloration from my I might have some like broken capillaries there and whatnot, but you know, it is what it is, right? And then I'm just going in with the Well People Realist Powder. I'm still just trying to use this up before I move on to something else. I feel like I'm almost done, but this is like sort of the never-ending jar of setting powder. I really, really love the KOSAS pressed setting powder though. I love that with creams and liquids. But with powders, I haven't tried it with powders yet. I've only tried it with creams and liquids. So that's base products. So now let's bring some life back into the face. So we're gonna take the bronzer from ALIMA Pure in Mauna Loa, which is their medium shade. They do have a one lighter shade and then one darker shade than this. And then we're just gonna take this around the face and I'll show you. I use the ALIMA Pure sculpting brush for this. It's sort of got like this angled thing going on where it's not really like a contour brush because it is fluffier. And then I do have their blush brush as well, so you can sort of see the difference between the two brushes. So I just take this here. I mean, I almost sort of bronze my whole face because I start under the cheek and then I do under the chin a little bit and then I do like around the forehead. I can do one side versus the other so you can sort of see. And then I do take it, you know, a little bit on my cheeks and my nose, but not like a ton, just like I sort of sweep it over a little bit. So that's one side of the face with bronzer versus none. And I just like a light bronze look, you know? I don't go in with heavy contour or anything. You know, change the shape of my face really. I just like to bring a little bit of life back in after the foundation has like evened everything out and sucked all the life out of it. I used to never wear bronzer. It was like one of those products. You know, before I got into blogging, I really started as like skincare blogging. I mean, I always loved makeup, but skincare was sort of like my main area of interest and like in talking about. It still is. I mean, I feel like you guys come to me more for like my skincare recommendations than say like my makeup recommendations because I don't really have a ton of makeup recommendations. You know what I recommend for makeup? I recommend ALIMA Pure or like Fit Glow basically. So that's that. Just a little bronzy to bring a little color back in. You know, it's funny, I was actually out in the sun yesterday, but I was wearing a hat, so it didn't aggravate my melasma. Okay, so now that we've bronzed and we've gotten a little bit of like color back in, we're gonna go in with blush. So I'm gonna take the Satin Matte Blush from ALIMA Pure in Apricot. And I'm gonna take that blush brush from ALIMA Pure. And then we're just going to dot that on the cheeks. I love the loose blushes from ALIMA Pure. And I've said this before, but I don't think people give loose powders enough chance. Like, having pressed is obviously very convenient, especially for like travel. You don't have to worry about things opening. I mean, pressed products can still break. You can still end up with sort of like a powder explosion with pressed products. I've broken many a pressed item. So we have a little color in the cheeks. I just go over the nose a touch to sort of bring the two together, and then just a little bit up here. Still, again, just a touch of color. Not a ton though. And then that's that. So I just look very sunny. And like, to me, like even without highlighter or anything, I still feel like it just looks healthy and just glowy. Okay, but now we'll add the actual glow. So we're gonna take the ALIMA Pure highlighter in Dolce or Dulce or whichever one. I love this one because it's sort of like this. What is this color? Focus on this. It's like this sort of like peachy, I don't know, almost like bronzy. And then we're just gonna add the glow back into the face. Man, I just love powdered highlighters. I just feel like you get such like a nice, easy, lovely glow. I do a little bit down the center of the face and up here. Go back over the cheekbones one more time. Make sure they're even. And there you go. The AC just kicked on, but it's warm outside. Hopefully it's not too loud. And then we'll just finish it off with some brows. So this is the new KOSAS brow, Air Brow. I did pick this up, and then I also picked up the pencil one. So I might do like a comparison video between the two. It's kind of funny. Like when I looked at this one, this has like sort of like mica, like glittery particles in it almost. The gel one does, the brow gel. I don't think any other brow gel that I've got has that sort of like mica shimmery thing happening. But I do like this. I've played with it a few times so far, and I do think it looks really nice. So those are the brows. They're a little big today. They're a little bigger than I would usually make them. It's kind of nice though. And then I'm gonna use the KOSAS Big Clean, which isn't my favorite mascara, but since I figured I'd keep this to like 2 brands. And then lastly, I'm going to take the KOSAS Wet Lip Oil in Dip, which is sort of this, I don't know, what is this? Bronzy color. I don't really know what to call it. And then lastly, I'm going to take this Power Up Dual Phase Setting Spray from In Beauty Project. So you want to give it a good shake because it's one of those dual phase, as the name suggests. And then we're just going to mist lightly. It smells very nice. So it says it sets makeup, energizes and revives skin, filters away dull, tired, and stressed out complexions. And then it also glows, hydrates, and energizes. Oh, does this have like mica in here? Something looks kind of sparkly in here, but I can't tell if it's just the bubbles or if there is actually some kind of mica in here. So, I mean, that adds, you know, just a touch more glow. So there we go. That is the glowy, sort of summery, sun-kissed makeup look that I love, and which is basically, if you watched my everyday makeup video, it's basically the same makeup that I do all the time when I'm not testing like new brands of makeup or something like that. ALIMA Pure is just one of my, or you know, it probably is my #1 favorite makeup brand because they just have so many beautiful products. They work so well for my skin. The coverage of the foundations is really great. The coverage of the concealer is really great. They have such fun and pretty and vibrant, you know, blush colors. They've got the bronzer colors, and they've got 5 highlighter colors. I love them all. I do also really love their eyeshadows. They've got loose and pressed, and they have cream blushes now, which I need to play with more here. But I do love them. I have one sitting here. This is Wink. I have played with some of them on camera before. Bijou and Wink, I know for sure, but I love ALIMA Pure. If like, you know, if I were to stop blogging, mostly ALIMA Pure is probably what would be in my collection because, you know, before I got into blogging, all I used was Bare Minerals. So I've basically just sort of like switched companies because I was using a loose powder foundation, I was using loose powder blush. I didn't use highlighter or bronzer because I didn't really know how to use those things. So I had like one color of blush, I had my foundation, I had nothing else. I didn't do brows or eyelashes, I didn't do bronzer, highlighter. I had like lip balm. So I used foundation, blush, and lip balm. Is pretty much what I looked like from when I was like 17 to 25-ish, 26, when I started playing around with more makeup because I never used that stuff before. But yeah, it is totally possible to have a glowing, beautiful, you know, sun-kissed complexion with just powder products and, you know, maybe a good setting spray. I feel like there's some kind of mica or something shimmery in here. I don't know, but it's not a lot. It's not like the one from Clove and Hollow where that one has like a ton of mica in it. This one's really nice though. I've been enjoying this. I've tried it a few times now. I have really enjoyed it. I don't know if it helps makeup stay any longer, but it does help give like a nice, you know, glowy finish to the skin. I've really enjoyed that. So don't be afraid of powder products if you haven't used them ever, or if you sort of like avoid them, if you prefer liquid or cream products. I love liquid and cream products too, but powder products really do just like have my heart because my skin looks the best when I use them. You guys give me the most compliments when I use totally powder products. And ALIMA Pure is just, it's great. So that's everything that I've got for this video. I hope you enjoyed and had fun, you know, hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you guys in my next one.